romantic comedy complete with character arcs, self-actualization, plot twists, and the happy ending the audience was all hoping for. We all know the tale. Guy meets girl, guy likes girl but pretends not to, girl likes guy but pretends not to, guy makes homemade keychain and she throws the girl before masculinely running away screaming. I made up the screaming. In an attempt to win the girl's affections, girl pretends to reject said keychain but secretly hangs it in her room to gaze longingly at every night while dreaming of her wedding day. Didn't make that up. Guy shaves initials into chest hair as his normal courting protocol. It's not weird at all. Girl is predictably smitten by chest hair and yet plays the old hard-to-get game for like 15 years. When she plays away. But secretly stalks boy on social media. Boy posts strange and awkward things to social media because he's a boy and doesn't realize his future wife is secretly stalking. You all know that old tale. Until finally, as in any good love story, after a series of twists and turns that may or may not have involved the Horcrux and certain powerful wizards, boy and girl finally realized they were going for each other all along and decided to get married in a forest tropical ice storm by their wildly charismatic and devilishly handsome older brother. And everyone gets freaked out. I mean, screw Moonlight, that's an Oscar-worthy tale right there. And this venue, I mean, how beautiful is this, right? If you're curious how they found this place, it's actually an interesting story that kind of sums up their entire relationship. See, many couples spend months or even years researching wedding locations, taking notes, comparing costs, reading reviews, studying atmospheric pressures and weather patterns to make sure that the dates are beautiful and perfect, so that their ceremony is completely flawless. Obviously, Taryn and Tyler did not. But this seems so much more authentic than the magazine notion of the perfect wedding. I mean, people aren't perfect. Marriage isn't flawless, and it's those flaws that make them uniquely beautiful. So in many ways, this venue, this entire experience is kind of an allegory for the way that they approach their relationship. They know they're not perfect, and they embrace their imperfection. They recognize the uneven terrain that led them to this point in their lives, much like the crooked path that brought them to this very spot. They know that happiness and success comes not from perfectly aligned chairs and flawless acoustics, but from the sweat of moving boulders and tree storms to meet their own desired reality. And they embrace the road less traveled. They understand that the wind and the rain and the cold are as much a part of their relationship as the sunshine and the clear skies. They don't shy away from adversity. In fact, much like they do in other aspects of their life, in their workouts, their business ventures, they embrace their challenges and welcome their obstacles with open arms. In that spirit, they purposely didn't waste precious time and energy researching and bickering with each other over the perfect venue to create a false facade of a flawless wedding ceremony. Instead, they recognized what was important, figured out where their priorities lay, and sought out the core necessities they needed to be happy. And ultimately, they let fate choose their path by the flip of a bottle cap. And no, that's not hyperbole. They literally flipped a bottle cap. They drove until they found an interesting-looking street name, flipped a bottle cap to see if they were going to go left or right on that street, and then stumbled upon this gorgeous location. Again, they literally stumbled through the shrubs and the bushes until they found themselves standing right here in this very spot. I mean, how cool is that? The only thing I've ever learned from a bottle cap is that flamingos are pink because they eat shrimp. I learned that from a Snapple bottle cap. But truly, I cannot think of a more perfect symbol in their marriage than the ground. This wedding would likely drive many couples to the brink of divorce before the first dearly beloved. Yet Taryn and Tyler executed it perfectly because that's who they are. They may not be perfect, but they are perfect for each other. They're not as normal. They always makes lists and plots out every aspect of her life in neatly printed bullet points. I asked her to send me ideas for what she wanted out of this wedding. She physically wrote notes, a pen, and sent me a photograph. I mean, who does that when there's perfectly good text messages? Even as a child, I painfully recall how she loved to strategically place post-it notes for all of our parents to randomly discover, documenting every injustice that her sister and I ever bestowed upon her, like some sort of diabolical 5-year-old rainmaker. But that's how she is, always planning, listing, categorizing, documenting every last detail so she feels organized in her life. Tyler, on the other hand, still thinks a list is a type of speech impediment. He prefers a much more casual, laid-back approach to life. I have my suspicions that Taryn tricked him into coming here by telling him they were going longboarding. Sorry, man. Tyler strives to find the beauty in everybody, has a nearly unlimited capacity for human compassion, even in the face of the most relentless negativity. Taryn even admitted that one of her first complaints at the onset of their relationship was that Tyler was too nice and incessantly positive. She wasn't sure she could handle that. We all told her how silly that sounded, and for once she actually listened.